Today we're going to start talking about logarithms. And here's one key idea for logarithms, that logarithms and exponential functions are inverses. And so I'm going to show you a quick graph of what each would look like. So an exponential function might look something like this. And a logarithmic function would look something like this. So when we start talking about the two being inverses of each other, we can see that they would still be a reflection through the line y equals x, which we have talked about earlier in the year, which is the case with inverses. So we're going to talk about how to go from one form to the other form. And here is the basic idea. So we're writing exponential functions as logarithmic functions. This is what an exponential function will look like, or an exponential equation should look like, where you have 2 to the third power equals 8. Let's just get some vocabulary down here. So the 2 would be the base, 3 is the exponent, 8 is your result. And so when we're switching from exponential form to logarithmic form, this little number down here, this subscript, is the base, and logarithm by definition means exponent. So it's always going to be equal to the exponent. And so we would say this equation right here is log base 2 of 8 equals 3. So we're going to practice how to change it back and forth, starting with this one right here. So we want to go ahead and write this as a logarithmic function. And so we're going to have log base 2, so this is the base right here, of the result, which is 32, is equal to the exponent. And we're done. So we're just going to keep practicing a little bit how to go back and forth. So for this one, it would be, as we can see, the base is 10, the exponent is 3, 1,000 is our result. So this is going to be log base 10 of 1,000 equals the exponent, which is 3. So here's one for you to try, just rewriting it in logarithmic form, going from exponential to logarithmic. Go ahead and pause it. And now we're going the other way. So now we're going to start with a logarithmic equation and we're going to turn it into an exponential equation. So as you can see, here is your base. It's always equal to the exponent. This number right here represents your result. So I'm going to start with the base, which is 4, raise it to the exponent, which is what it's equal to, and that's going to be equal to the result, which is 4,096. Do another example. So here our base is 10. It's going to be the base for the exponential equation. This is our exponent, which is 5, and that's equal to 100,000. That's a 0. So we're going to be practicing with this more in class. Here's one for you to try. And we're also going to be talking about how to graph logarithmic functions and how to get the inverse if we have an exponential function. So we'll talk about all of that in class. See you then.